may already know this, but TikTok is actually more than just the class of 2024 simping over Miss Wet Spaghetti. TikTok is actually more than that. Way more than that.
Where's your mama gone?
Where's your mama gone?
Where's your...
So the first side of TikTok is the side you're probably most familiar with and the side you've already seen before. It includes people such as Charli D'Amelio, and then the rest of the boys. They are on the straight side of TikTok, where they go on vacation twice a year. Their parents are probably divorced, I'll give them that, but they have money, so it didn't really affect anything. They have in-ground pools, a dog named Bingo, in-ground pools. You know, they have in-ground pools. So what I just described is the straight side of TikTok, and I've created a graph here for us today to discuss. Like I said, I prepared this graph to discuss. Like I said, you have some familiar faces. The Hype House. Have you kids heard of them?
Next time you talk shit to somebody, maybe don't be a pussy in person like this.
I wonder what hate crimes they will commit in the future. As you can see, we also have a furnished basement, another quality. Luke, what is James Charles doing here? He wants to be with them so badly, let them have him. Here's an example of straight TikTok. It's a POV, not to get mixed with HIV. That's for the alternative side.
I think I might have AIDS.
So that was one example.
Flip flops, fucking hit you, bitch.
Anyways, guys, next slide. So here is the bean side of TikTok. I do have an example I will provide with you later on in the video. But we have Mighty Beans here. We do have a doctor here. She represents mental illness. This is where the mental illness starts to play a factor.
Bean pancake, 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 bean pancake.
I don't really have much information on the bean side of TikTok because, like I said, I'm not a native to it. Next question is the alternative side of TikTok. Now, this is where the gays, the mental illness, the leftist liberal fags, this is where they reside. And when I say they, I mean me. I do personally, I am a frequent visitor of this side. Now, the difference between alternative TikTok and straight TikTok is here for the hype. Alternative TikTok is here for the culture. Now, let me give you a little bit of example. So here is the culture I was discussing. As you can tell, this is where the mental illness really starts to play a major factor. You can see we have the nicotine, we have the alcohol, we have Belle Delphine. Rest in peace, my girl. I do have tons of examples to show you guys here because I have a lot more experience on this side of TikTok. Like I said, first example I would like to play with you guys.
Stupid horse, I just fell out of the... Oh no. Stupid horse, I just fell out of the...
So that video was a man or a woman, I'm so sorry, shaking their...
You're an king now.
Yeah, look at the way that I
You're
move.
fucking lying.
Disrespectful and I'm rude, okay? I had cocaine in the street.
Damn.
So the girl on the left is making fun of her for firing the gun, for pretending like she's in a gang for TikTok. So you're probably seeing a pattern here on the alternative side of TikTok. Nothing is taken seriously, nothing is sacred. The next side of TikTok I would like to discuss is the frog side of TikTok. Much like the bean side of TikTok, it gains its comedic value from the randomness, from the unpredictability. Now, I love the frog side of TikTok because I think my generation, Gen Z, I personally feel like we have an affinity for frogs for whatever reason. Like, I really do love frogs so much. I mean, that's all I can really say about the frog side of TikTok. I do enjoy it. I don't frequent that side of TikTok. But this video is not about my opinions. I'm just here to give you the information. Okay, the next side of TikTok that I would like to discuss is the Jerry Trainer side of TikTok. Like I said, much like the other sides, it's all about the randomness. They're just hitting you where it hurts, you know what I mean? This shit just makes me giggle. I vividly remember seeing this on TV when I was younger, and actually, like, I'm getting a softie. The factor that plays into this side of TikTok is the nostalgia. You know, we're all familiar, I hope we're familiar, with these actors, with this person. You know, he's a very prolific figure from our childhood. So to see him on our current platforms today really does warm my heart up. Let me just play. So it's very apparent that a 13-year-old did that. She did that. The witchcraft side of TikTok is here to protect us. The next side of TikTok that I would like to address is the deep side of TikTok. Now, this is where things start taking a major turn. This is a whole new culture. This is a whole new way of life. This isn't your normal everyday content. This is something completely different. On the straight side of TikTok, you know who you're looking at. You know, you're looking at two of the biggest girls with the biggest bussies in town. But here, on the deep side of TikTok, that's not what we're about. I mean, just looking at all these images, it's nothing like we discussed prior to today. These memes, they're dry, they're like almost warm in a way. It almost kind of feels like you're drifting out of reality, and this is most likely what you would see and experience. I would like to give you a little example. This is my personal favorite. So as you can see, I just played you a video of a girl munching on a remote with a weird sound effect playing in the background and her heavily distorted face, and I just really do appreciate that. In the next video I would like you to play, this one is a personal favorite of mine. All of this is funny, but buttholes are nothing to be laughed at. And for people that's never seen this type of content on their For You page, this is probably a lot to digest. So as you can see there, it's actually quite calming because this side of TikTok is actually quite welcoming. They are very self-aware. They know people are stuck on the straight side of TikTok. They know people are stuck on their journey of finding the deep side. It can be very chaotic at times, but they are harmless creatures, to say the least. Here are some honorable mentions. On this side here, we have the elders of TikTok, and on this side, we have the foreigners. TikTok includes all ages, unfortunately. So we do have to deal with whatever the elders throw at us. This elder right here is teaching us how to properly cock a shower. Here is the next side of TikTok. If it wasn't apparent, this is the foreign side of TikTok. TikTok is a worldwide platform. So of course, we're gonna have different people of different cultures and races on it. Not saying that I don't enjoy their content, I actually do. I love seeing what the war criminals in Kyrgyzstan are up to. So these are all the sides of TikTok that we have discussed. These are all the sides that you are now familiar with, hopefully. Now the one side that we have not discussed is the elite side of TikTok. Now what I'm about to discuss is all personal preference. This is all my opinion. So what I view as elite, you may not. You may be familiar when we discussed the deep side of TikTok. Well, the elite side of TikTok goes even deeper. We are deeper than deep. And I do want to preface, if you ever find yourself on the elite side of TikTok, don't want to stay there for a long, periodically time. You want to get in and get out. So here is the elite side of TikTok. Here's the first one. So that was TikTok. And the next side of TikTok I would like to discuss is the parallel universe side of TikTok. Now, nobody has discovered this.
Eliana has been given the nickname Pigeon.